sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. And off we go from Las Vegas. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tua now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
First down.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Dolphins.
Tua now on first down. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Waddle complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Miami's receivers had the second fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020 and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a first down right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
In recent years, pass rush has been a problem for the Raiders. Just 21 sacks in 2020. That ranked 29th in the NFL. What they just did right there, a better example of what they're seeking.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Carr now to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this, they could click for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
They find some open field here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Parker. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts, and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami, and he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high. Now in his 4th season, I expect his numbers to continue to rise.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Carr. And this goes out wide for Drake. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Running right through it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 13.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
For the Raiders field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we?
And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Tua. Flush to his right. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Still going. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tua. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Looking to pass. Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And some room to work. And he's got this down to the 35. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Room here to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Willie Snead. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. Tua going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Gaskin. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Powers through him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Another tremendous play by Xavier Howard. 10 interceptions, led the NFL last year. And he was the first defender since Antonio Cromartie in 2007 with 10 or more in a season. When you throw it in his area, you're taking a gamble.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. After the turnover, it's Tua. Able to find Shaheen here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 41, Tua. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.